I literally had to start coaching for free. I had the knowledge, but knowledge and implementation kwa grao are very different things. And I remember I was thinking about how much to price my coaching. And I came up with the fee of 3,500 per client per month. 22. I was scrolling through my YouTube or IG and I found this gem of a human being called Alex Homozi. It completely changed my mind on pricing. I went from my measly 3.5, eventually I bumped it up to 10K, 10K to 35K per month. I went from 35K to either 50K per month or 130K for 3 months of coaching. And I've just been building steadily since there. Fortune favors the bold.
I have struggled with skin concerns of my own. I used to have pretty bad acne, believe it or not, and we're going to add some pictures here so that you can see. And having experienced that journey myself, that is what inspired and led me to grow and start Beauty Square, because I understand the emotional and the mental roller coaster that not having a skin at its best can really take you through. And we wanted to be able to hold people's hands throughout this journey of being able to get into a skin where they can feel and be more confident in. Beauty Square is a proud sponsor of this podcast, and we are a retail cosmetic business where we offer skincare solutions in terms of products. So we have skincare, hair care, body care, and fragrance for both men and women, and we retail from your TikTok favorites to your cult favorites to the products that we've tried and tested, and we know that we're going to help you with getting your skin from point A to point B. Then we also have our sister brand called Sage Skin, where we do the same thing of helping our clients achieve the skin of their dreams through services. And these are treatment facials like chemical peels, microneedling, algae peels, all kinds of treatments. And we also have supplementary services like body scrubs, waxes, and massages. Our wax technicians are really good, and we have amazing packages as well that we put here on the screen. Please patronize our businesses so that we can keep bringing you Founder Diaries, and you can use the code FOUNDER10 on the Beauty Square website, beautysquareke.co, to save some coins and let them know that we sent you. Thank you for tuning in. Hi, and welcome to another episode of Founder Diaries. I'm so glad that you're here. Before we get into today's episode, please make sure that you're subscribed or following us on whatever platform that you're listening to this on or watching. We're both on audio and visual platforms. And without further ado, I am going to introduce our guest, JP. I'm really excited to have him on set. Some background or some history. I've worked with JP before as a fitness coach, and he's actually been responsible for my weight loss. Maybe we'll put for you guys like a before and after. But I was really curious about the business behind that, and that's why I have him on set today. So I'll let you introduce yourself before we start.
Okay, thank you for having me here. Firstly, Yvonne, my name is JP Nyiha, John Paul Nyiha, but most people call me Coach JP. I'm an online fitness and dietary coach for Kenyan women specifically. Yvonne is giving me a lot of high praise, but I like to say that with my journeys with my clients, it is a team effort. I like to think I provide the roadmap, but I cannot force you to walk.
Yeah.
And been a coach for 9+ years as of this year. And that is me.
Your strategy has a lot to do with it as well, because it's very different. But we will have a segment where we'll actually get into the science of weight loss. Yeah. But for now, we'll talk about the business part. How did you end up here? Like 9 years ago, what was the inception behind, okay, I'm going to become a fitness coach?
Yeah, so I think I started off wanting to change myself. I wasn't happy with how I looked. I've always been very passionate about fitness, nutrition, body transformations. So I started with me. After I got myself to the place I wanted to be, is when I started to look at other people. Yeah.
How much weight did you have to lose?
Not a lot. I've never been at like a chunky kid or anything. Maybe like 5-10 kilos, maybe a bit less. So it was done pretty quickly.
Okay.
Because I remember the first time I ever stepped foot in a gym was year 10. I was in year 10 at the time. And I remember it was the first time high school girls were very into this guy that had abs. So I'm like, even if I can get these abs, it was, I mean, people have this very amazing motivation. Like mine was very vain. I just wanted abs, wanted to look good. So that was my inception into the gym. But After I sorted myself out, my first inception, or like the inception of the coaching business, was looking at my mom. Because my mom was used to be quite overweight, but also very stubborn. So I remember she told me distinctly, listen, if you ever want me to lose weight, find for me a program that allows me to enjoy my banana bread, my cake on a weekly basis without fail. Because she has a massive sweet tooth. So that's when I had to go to the drawing board and figure out this unconventional way in order to get her to lose weight while still eating the foods that she likes. Because commonplace at the time was people telling you sugar is bad, sugar makes you fat, you can't eat carbs past 6 a.m. So I had to go past everything that we've been taught to do. Yeah. So yeah, figured out how to do that for her. Lost like maybe 21 kilos over the course of a year, and she's managed to keep it ever since.
Oh, wow. And is this with or without exercise or just diet? What's the approach?
Good question. So it was both diet and exercise. So just ensuring that she's eating in a deficit. For those that don't know, a calorie deficit just means you're either eating less calories than you burn, which is the easiest way to go about things, or burning more calories than you eat.
Yeah.
For how we opted to eat less. Workouts, we just put on because she was very new to workouts. Luckily, she had equipment at home at the time. Just set up maybe like 2 workouts per week, 3 walks per week. The walks were like 1 hour per session. She just walk around the estate. And yeah, in a year.
2 workouts a week.
2 workouts a week, yeah. I'm a fan of less is more. Don't make your life hard.
Yeah.
Like for most people, life is hard enough. Like if you make weight loss difficult, it will go to the bottom of your priority list. So make it easy. If you make it easy, it's sustainable. If it's sustainable,
Yeah.
it's permanent.
Yes. So you start coaching with your mom, and then how did that grow into what is Jobs Fitness now?
Yeah, so say coaching my mom, this was maybe like 2019, maybe? Anyway, COVID happened. So I was in uni in 2019, 4th year. I was doing exercise and sports science in KU, and we were chatting with Yvonne earlier. It is the only university here that had the course that I wanted. I don't know if that's different now. So COVID happened, pretty much dropped out, never bothered to finish the course. But I was like, I need to find, because we had so much free time now, I had to find a way to make money, essentially, because I wanted to move out soon. So I've always seen how coaches operated abroad. Like online coaching is a massive business abroad. So I wanted to bring that here for myself. So that's when I started my online coaching business, just registered a random name, just called it John Paul Fitness, lamest name ever, but I still hold it to date. I didn't have a single client at the time. So I remember I literally had to start coaching for free because I had no proof of concept.
Aside from your mom.
I mean, besides my mom. So I literally just had to now go to friends and family. I had the knowledge, but knowledge and implementation kwa grao are very different things. So I now had to go and talk to friends and family. I actually started off coaching people for free. I was not paid anything. I'm like, just give me 12 weeks of your time. I'll do everything free of pay, but give me a testimonial at the end of it. So I'd put them on the same regimen I put my mom on, allow them to eat whatever they want. I made sure they did not starve. And I made the workouts simple. So you're just working out twice a week. Yeah. And then after I had a few of those transformations under my belt, I now made a website myself, which was very Kenyan, but it did the job at the time. And I remember I was thinking about how much to price my coaching. And I came up with the fee of 3,500 per client per month.
And how long were you telling them to subscribe for 3 months, the 12 weeks? Or?
So it was not an extended subscription. I'll just tell them to pay monthly. They just give me a 3,500 per month. I would tell them, ideally, you need to be in this for 3 months in order to get the best results. Yeah. But started with that 3,500, got maybe I was extremely excited when I got my first client, of course. because it was like money that I had earned after slogging, coaching a lot of people for free. But very quickly, I found out that earning because I had maybe 3 clients. That's what my math is pretty. How much is 5 times 3?
10,500.
Yeah, so 10,500 per month is nothing in these Nairobi streets. At least for me. I don't want to be insensitive, but for me it was, things were thick. So I remember I was sitting with my brother, who at the time was also living at home. This is my older brother. And he was earning more than me. And I remember I was looking at him and I'm like, yo, I don't know how I'll ever get to a point, because I had big ambitions. I just didn't know how to reach those big ambitions. So I started to think, okay, now these guys were earning all these hundreds of thousands and millions. Is it that they have 100 clients?
Yeah.
And I'm like, me with my 2 clients, how will I ever get to 100 clients to earn what I want to earn? So yeah, anyway, slogged at that for a while. This was 2020. In 2021 or 2022, I was scrolling through my YouTube or IG, and I found this gem of a human being called Alex Homozy. Now, for those of you that don't know, Alex is...
if they're a fan of this podcast, they've had him.
Oh, they know Alex. Yes. Fantastic. Excellent. So, excellent businessman. And something I like about him is that he gives practical things you can implement, not tomorrow, today, immediately, to start helping your business. And he's giving out this information for free, to the point where I was even like, is this guy a scammer? But he never asked me to yo, give me your money and then you can sign up to my course. You just give information for free. Found Alex. The first book I didn't even buy it. He was giving it for free at the time, was something called $100 million Offer. And the gist of the book was, before you even think about getting clients, you need to have an amazing service or product. So I had to now go back to the beginning, essentially build this thing from scratch. So I knew I wanted to make something that was unconventional and that went against everything that Kenyan women have been told in this industry. Because weight loss, unfortunately, for a lot of women, is synonymous with suffering.
Because you're supposed to eat bland chicken breast and unseasoned mboga. Yes.
In order to lose weight, yeah? You can't eat carbs, you can't eat bread. For those of us that love a drink on the weekend, put that to the side. There's no enjoyment to this process. So for me, I figured out I wanted to make it as easy as possible, as effortless as possible, and get you results as quickly as possible. And that's when I came up with the concept I have currently, which is getting women permanent results without having to suffer, starve, or restrict the foods that you love. But the biggest change, I think, to the business that I credit to Alex is it completely changed my mind on pricing, on how I should price my business. Because I think for a lot of entrepreneurs, and I'd say for myself particularly at the time, there's no real, I did business administration in uni, but no one tells you about how to price yourself. You really have to figure that out by yourself. Yeah. And a lot of people, let me just speak for myself, you're very scared because you think if you price things too high, you're not going to get any clients. But also if you price things too low, you're going to starve to death. So Alex really opened up my mind, and I went from my measly 3.5, eventually I bumped it up to 10K per month. I went from 10K to 35K per month. I went from 35K to either 50K per month or 130K for 3 months of coaching. And I've just been building steadily since there.
Yeah.
So I started with the offers, figured out how to get leads, which is a whole other story in and of itself. But that is, the basis of at least how I started to finally grow the business.
So what are your packages like now, today?
So currently I have 3 packages. I have my silver, diamond, and platinum. My silver is my 1 month or monthly subscription package that goes for 250,000 for 1 month of coaching. My diamond, which is my most popular, goes for 500K. as a one-time payment for 5 months of coaching. And Platinum, which is my second most popular, goes for 600K one-time payment for 10 months of coaching.
Walk us through, first of all, you mentioned how that 600 was an experiment and people started paying for it.
Yes.
Walk us through that, but then also what the pattern you've noticed with your customers. What packages are they signing up for? And also what do you think it signals from like the perceived value with the prices you've set now versus when you're at 3,500? Yeah.
That's a really good question. So pricing for me has positives for both your customer and yourself. Not that this is founders' diaries. Yeah? Let me start with the positives for the founder, for the owner of the business. Number one is self-esteem. If you undercharge, you may not realize it, but you will think less of yourself. You'll think less of yourself. You'll think less of your ability to perform. You might even start to be resentful of some of your customers because you're like, they're paying me this, but I know they can pay me more. Yeah. Another thing is that it will give you incentive to over-deliver. Yeah. From having my business, I know that these people are giving me their hard-earned money. I cannot afford to squander that money. It is unacceptable. So it really puts the pressure on you to make sure that every coin that I've been paid is worth it to the customer that has paid me. Yeah, that's a few for the founder. For the customer is, first and foremost, if I'm being honest, it will make you be serious. Yeah, especially for something like fat loss. I've had many clients in the past who would pay me like the 3, 5, 10K. It's throwaway cash for them. So when I'm there hounding them, make sure you log in your meals, make sure you do your workouts, and like, I mean, I can afford to lose this 10K. It's not that serious. So you're more serious, you're much more invested, which means you'll get the most out of the program, and it will significantly improve your likelihood that you'll succeed. Yeah. And also is, there's the incentive for you to succeed. I think that's the main one, honestly, for customers.
Which of the packages is the most popular?
My diamond, so my 500K one-time payment for 5 months is my most popular. The monthly subscription, I just put it there as a decoy, if I'm being honest. Because I want, in order for people to get the best results weight loss-wise, it needs time. It's inevitable. So I prefer to reward people with a massive discount if they're willing to pay more upfront for longer.
Yeah. Okay.
Our lovely hosts today are the Sarova Hotel Group, and in specific, their New Stanley and Pan-Afric locations. New Stanley has a variety of services that you can enjoy, from their exchange bar, which has a beautiful setting to get work done quietly or enjoy post-work drinks. They have a beautiful cocktail offer on Wednesday evenings. They also have an executive lounge where you can host meetings in their boardroom or entertain. They also have beautiful rooms that you can stay in, such as their presidential suite and the Lamu suite. How pretty. How can I forget about the Valley? That's my favorite part about it, given that it's in CBD. Pan-Afric is nestled in Upper Hill, which has a gorgeous suite for that staycation to help you reset. Let's be honest, as founders and business owners, we're constantly overworking and could honestly always use that break. Now, what's unique about Pan-Afric is that they also have a wing that's entirely dedicated just for women and has beautiful feminine touches to make you feel even more at home. You can also enjoy services from their wellness center, such as the spa, gym, and pool. I have to add that the hospitality is truly unmatched, so the next time you need to book an in-city getaway or host a meeting, think of Sarova.
Sorry, we've skipped through a few questions. I'm trying to find...
I was meant to touch on the experiment. I'm going to do that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Tell us about the experiment.
Oh.
So tell us about now. You've told us the first price is like a decoy. The middle one is one that's popular. Then there's the last one.
Yes. So the 600K. So again, this is something I got from Alex in, I think, one of his random YouTube videos. But he was talking about how in one of the companies that is part of his portfolio, yeah, because there's a portfolio of companies that he runs, he told one of the founders, yo, just have one package out there that is obscene, in quotes, obscene in price, like really high, but that you don't really plan to sell, but just offer it to the customer. Because it's not going to harm your business in any way.
Yeah.
But if customers opt for that package, it will significantly increase the revenue of your business. So for me, I'm like, okay, I already have my 250K per month, my 500K for 5 months. Let me now just add a 600K for 10 months. Yeah? Don't really plan on selling it, but if somebody buys it, well and good. So lo and behold, like maybe 25% of the clients I work with opted for that package, which, as you can imagine, for a business, that's phenomenal because it gives you a lot of revenue upfront and revenue that I didn't even really account for. So it's just one of those things where I love the saying that goes like, fortune favors the bold. If you're bold enough to ask, you'll be surprised. Some people will say yes.
Yes, absolutely. If you keep it in your mind, then everyone will automatically have said no. They don't ask.
Exactly.
Tell us about Weightless, because I think that's how I discovered you at first. Yes.
Weightless. Our baby that, let me not say died, that is on a hiatus, I should say. So Weightless was meant to be a meal plan. Yeah? Or not it's meant to be. It's still there. Just don't market it. Yeah. But it's a meal plan that is meant to be, because coaching is a premium service. But I'm also aware that it's not a service everybody can afford. So that's why I started Weightless. Weightless is meant to be a meal plan done for you based on a typical Kenyan diet and still follows the same principles for coaching, meaning dietarily speaking, we're very, I don't know what the opposite is of anti-carb. We're like carb fanatics. We want to get rid of this conventional thinking where if you can't take carbs in a weight loss diet, yada, yada, yada. It has all your stereotypical carbs like your ugali, your chapo, your rice, your warus. It just shows you how to incorporate your favorite carbs into typical Kenyan meals. We structure it in a way that allows you to stay full during the day, because if you're full and you're losing weight, that is sustainable for a lifetime. And we also give you a bunch of guides to make it sustainable. Yeah? So we have a sherehe guide, because a lot of our customers love their drink over the weekend, some even during the weekday, but no judgment. So shows you how to incorporate your alcohol, shows you how to eat out, shows you how to eat your favorite treats on occasion, lose this weight, and keep it off.
I think my favorite piece of content from Weightless used to be what to eat at restaurants.
Right.
Because many restaurants don't put like how many calories are in it, and some things people are oblivious to, like cooking cream in cream spinach.
Yes.
It's actually really high in calories, but you think, oh, this is healthy because it's spinach. So I really like that content of like what to order at all the various popular restaurants. So are you thinking of reviving it?
I'll be honest, not anytime soon. And not because it was not... I'm very happy. In fact, I'm very thankful to you and Murugi for supporting us very early on. We appreciate you. But I think it was taking away from the core business. Because I was the one who was doing, Weightless at least was me and my partner. So at least that we had both of us who were helping the business. But still, like, everything I do for my main business, like we're chatting on earlier, it is a team of me, myself, and I.
Yeah.
So having to split between that and Weightless needed a lot of time. I found myself deviating from, and my main business is what was bringing in majority of the revenue anyway. So I just decided it's not going to be dead forever. It's not that I'll never revive it, but not anytime soon.
For now.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the opportunity to onboard people to help you scale it. Yeah, because you could get a team to help you with maybe the edits. And now I've seen a lot of, especially nutritionists or people in a similar field, they do like cohorts. So instead of, you're selling a meal plan to, a person as they ask, when they see a video, they come and buy a meal plan. You can maybe do cohorts of like 30 people every month who are on the program, and then maybe there can be a WhatsApp group to help with accountability, and you can have the employee run it. That way, you're getting a simulation of what it's like to work with you, but then now in the group context, but now that doesn't require your direct energy. So maybe people would post their meals there, encourage each other, and then it's run for a month. So maybe you pay the 10K, you get the meal plan, all the guides, and then you're in the WhatsApp group for a month. So you see, if you can get like 30 people, that's 300. That'll pay the employee their salary, and then it's extra income. And if you can make it a system, it can literally run on its own. When I think about it, I'm just here advocating for the babes.
No, for sure. Very good idea.
Okay. What do you think most coaches get wrong about branding? And would you say there are any specific shifts that have helped you be able to confidently state your price?
Good question. What do I think? Let me speak for myself, because I think I was doing it incorrectly in the beginning, which was I tried to coach everybody. I tried to be a jack of all trades, master of none. So I think that's why maybe, I don't know when, maybe like a couple of years ago, I now shifted to just Kenyan women. Because I think for me, it helped really narrow in on the avatar, the person that I'm targeting, so that whenever I make a video, I make a piece of content, that lady feels like he's speaking to me. Whereas if I'm making some content for dudes, other content for women, it is just, the message gets a bit lost in the weeds. So I think for me, what helped me is honing in on the niche that I wanted to target. As they say, the riches are in the niches. So I think that was a massive, massive thing for me. And as far as being confident in the pricing, I'd say you're not going to start off confident. I was quaking I was sleepless nights. The first time I increased my price from 10K to 35K, I was like, oh my God, nobody's going to buy my service. It's way too expensive. Who am I to be charging this 35K? So you're not going to start off confident. You'll be scared, but do it scared. Do it scared. People will buy if you sell for long enough and if you become a good enough salesman or woman. And then that is what builds the confidence. So I think sometimes there's a misconception where it's easy to think that be confident first, then do the thing. But that's not how it works. Do the thing scared. Confidence comes from results. So after you've gotten client after client after client, you'll be like, oh, okay. That 5K is calm. Now we're comfortable here. Let's move it up a bit. You'll be scared again. You'll build your confidence, so on and so forth.
Do you have a schedule for like when you review your pricing, or it's just like as you go, you see whether you want to adjust or not?
Mine is freestyle.
You're going to come to me and be like, actually, I want to charge this amount.
There's absolutely no... I mean, usually I'd give... And then what I do is, for clients that have been there with me for a while, because I'm a big believer in loyalty. I like to reward loyalty. So I don't up their prices anything close to what I currently have, because they're people who've been with me for the longest. But as far as like a timeline on how and when to do it and a strategy, nah. I just do it as I feel like I base it on comfort. When I feel comfortable selling at this price and I've sold it a bunch of times, like it's like a cakewalk, I know I can do this. That's usually a sign for me to bump it up. But I also have, let me not say a ceiling, but I know that there's somewhere I'll reach where I'll cap it for a while and then focus on refining the service, refining other things beyond just increasing the price.
Yeah. You mentioned that you also do some physical training as well aside, because this is online coaching, what you're mentioning. So do people like pay you monthly for that? How does the physical training work?
Oh, no, I don't do physical
clients?
training. I used to do.
Yeah.
I stopped that in like 2020, mid-2022.
Really? Why?
It's not, first of all, time, and it's not scalable. Like being able to coach, because you see, I can coach Kenyans anywhere, not just in Kenya. I can coach Kenyans here. I can have a client in Juba. I can have a client in Australia, in the US. And it's much easier and quicker to scale. It's also a more efficient use of my time. Because I'm not just a coach. I'm the content creator, I'm the marketer, and I do the sales. So I wear all the hats in this business. So if I'm not going to a client in Loresho, train them for an hour, I have another client in Lavi, train them for an hour. It's just not, the juice was not worth the squeeze for me.
Yeah.
And ever since I stopped that, I'm like very thankful I stopped it, because it is what has managed or helped me propel.
Yeah, and
to
given you
now.
the bandwidth as well. I'm curious, what does a typical working day look like for you?
A typical working day. So usually I'll start with check-ins. I have client check-ins. So with how I run my business is I check on my clients daily via WhatsApp, as you know. As well.
I think you're the person I spoke to the most during that program.
Awesome. You're most welcome as well. So we'd have a daily WhatsApp text check-in just to make sure that you're on point. Then we have a weekly video check-in call again on WhatsApp. So typical days, I'll wake up maybe 7-ish to 8-ish. Depending on the day, I might have some check-ins in the morning. Majority of my check-ins, thankfully, are scheduled like from noon onwards. I usually have to text leads because I'm constantly running ads. So I have to text leads from those ads in order to now get them on calls, in order to now sell them on the coaching. Yeah. And then I have coaching calls. Now for the leads I've gotten through the ad, text them on WhatsApp. Some have not booked, some have booked calls. So I have to now have calls with those leads. And then sometimes I also edit because I post content on my Instagram daily, which is meant to act as a marketing vehicle and more so help women that can't afford the service that I provide. Because I always want to, like my goal has always been to help the most amount of Kenyan women possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for tuning into this episode. Let's take a minute to please listen to a word from our sponsors. Hands up if you're a business owner who heard about the E-Teams mandate last year and you were either confused by it, didn't quite understand it, are hoping it doesn't affect you or that it's going to go away. Unfortunately, it's not going away and E-Teams is here to stay. So E-Teams is basically an invoicing system, electronic, that allows Carrie to kind of be in touch with your income as you bring it in and also your expenses as they're being brought up against you. Now, it's important that you have this in place because that's the only way you're going to be able to file your taxes, because now the system will simply auto-populate. It sounds like a lot, I know, but this is where Digitax comes in. Digitax is basically a service that allows you to be able to raise your E-Teams invoices in an easy, much more seamless way. And the best part is they can integrate with an existing platform that you're already using, like UserPoint or Odoo. There's quite a number that we list in the description box. That way, when you're making your sales, you don't have to separately go in and log an E-Teams invoice. It's extremely important that you stay compliant because otherwise it's going to cost you money. Go to Digitax.tech to book a demo and look at how the whole thing works. And it's only 10,000 bob per year for an user's profile, and you can have multiple accounts under one. You're welcome.
So I want to ask some questions around weight loss specifically.
Sure.
Because I'm sure people are curious, but also now for us to be able to get that information for free here. Because I think so what about weight loss is actually simple but people complicate it?
Ooh. What about weight loss is simple but people complicated?
Wait, before you answer that, you didn't mention working out at any point.
I mean, people do work out on my program.
You.
Or me?
Yeah, typical day.
Oh, yes. I work out like twice a week.
What?
Yeah. Twice a week, 1 hour per session.
In the morning, in the evening, or are you like a 12 p.m. kind of person?
I have to do my workouts like 11 a.m. If I do it too late, because I push, I'll be a vegetable for the rest of the day. Get it in early. That's usually like Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Yeah.
But it's very flexible. So if my Tuesday is hectic or I just have to do something during my workout block, I'll push it.
Yeah.
As long as I do my 2 in the week.
Do you pair it with any other low intensity work like walks or anything like that, or it's just the 2 workouts?
I aim to get in maybe like 5K steps 3 days per week.
That is so contrary to what we see and hear on the internet.
Yeah.
All
The
right.
goal is to get the most doing the least.
Yeah. It's giving panda lifestyle. I love it.
Shout out to Val.
All right. So you were telling us what about weight loss is simple but people complicate it.
Yeah, I think the biggest one is the the primary foundation of weight loss. Because there's so many ways to skin this cat, but it comes down to the same foundational principle, which is to lose weight, you need to eat in a calorie deficit.
What does that mean?
Great question. A calorie deficit just means you need to eat less calories than you burn in order to lose weight. So let's say, for example, yourself. Let's say on a typical day, given your metabolism, etc., you burn 2,000 calories. Yeah. In order for you to lose weight, you need to eat less than 2,000 calories a day. So if you eat 1,800, you lose weight. If you eat 1,500, you lose weight faster. Now, the key is to make eating in that deficit as easy as possible. Yeah. So I think a very practical roadmap I can give to your listeners is do these steps. Yeah. Number one, go to a calorie calculator. Just type in calorie calculator online. Key in your metrics. It'll ask you for your age, your height, your gender, your activity levels, etc. It's going to give you a rough number of calories to start eating. Yeah. Now go download a free calorie tracking app. I wish I was sponsored, but unfortunately I'm not. Called MyFitnessPal. Input your calories there. Go buy yourself a digital kitchen scale and a digital bathroom scale. All of which you can get from any major supermarket like Naivas, Food Plus, Carrefour.
And Hotpoint.
Perfect. After that, make sure your calories are keyed into MyFitnessPal. Now, eat the same way you'd normally eat for the first week. Just make sure everything you eat is tracked on that kitchen scale, meaning you put your plate on the scale, make sure everything is measured cooked in grams because it makes it easier. Key that into your MyFitnessPal. Now, over the course of the week, you'll start to see how much you're eating calorically. Maybe some days you're 2.5, other days you're 3.5. What it will do for you is that it will give you a reality check. Because a lot of ladies come and tell me, Coach, I eat such little food, but I can't lose weight. I'm like, Sawa, I don't doubt that you're eating a little food. But that's because eating a little doesn't mean that food has a little calories, depending on what you eat. So it'll give you a reality check. You might think you're eating 1,000 calories, whereas, boss, you're eating 4,000 calories a day. And the numbers make it make sense. Because a lot of people are like, is it my hormones? Is it my body? Is it something wrong with me? There's nothing wrong with you. You're just over-consuming your calories and you don't know. Now, week 2 onwards, that number you got from your calorie calculator, start to eat either there or below it. Yeah. An easy way to eat below it to make sure that hunger is not an issue, because hunger is one of the biggest things that make weight loss difficult for people, is for every meal. I don't care if it's breakfast and you're eating Weetabix. Yeah? I want you to serve 150 to 250 grams of veg. Veg is not a magical thing. It's just that veg is extremely low in calories, meaning it's impossible to overeat, but it also has a lot of fiber. And fiber will make you feel full. If you're feeling full, it will make it very easy to stick to that calorie deficit budget.
Yeah.
Then just do that for a while.
What are some sneaky foods that are super high in calories that people don't realize? So like say like the creamed spinach.
Yeah.
What are some other things that people are probably consuming a lot of and maybe they think it's healthy, but it's super high in calories?
That's an excellent question. Number one, I've had a vendetta against this food for the longest. I love it actually, but it's very common. It's peanuts. All kinds of nuts, cashews, macadamias, and njugus, full of healthy fats. Most doctors will tell you, you need to have peanuts in your diet, good fats. But peanuts are extremely high in calories because they are high in fat. Because there are 3 macronutrients. Yeah, there's protein, carbs, and fats. Protein and carbs each have 4 calories per gram. Fats has 9 calories per gram. So 150 grams of peanuts can have like 870 calories. Now, to put that into context for you, 150 grams, if I show you that, is nothing for a lot of women. Yeah, nothing. But to put it into context, for most women to be deficient, you need to eat like 1,400 calories or less in your day. Now, if your tiny snack is more than half of your total daily calorie budget, you can start to see we've not taken into account your breakfast, your lunch, your dinner, your drinks, A lot of ladies are here eating a lot of food, a lot of healthy food, but your calories are through the roof. So peanuts, number one. Another one is avocados. Now, avocados, again, full of healthy fats. Yes, you can eat them and should eat them regularly. But again, they're very high in calories. I think one avocado has like 240 calories. 2 avocados, that's 480 calories. That's the equivalent of eating what, like 2 sausages, 2 pieces of toast, and maybe like some burger on the side or something, or some eggs. It's a lot.
Yeah.
So again, I'll never tell you that you can't eat these foods. You can eat whatever you want. But the foods that are high in calories, keep them moderate. They should not be majority of what you eat. So I think the biggest ones here are peanuts, and that also translates to peanut butter as well. So peanuts, peanut butter, avocados.
Our snack of apples and peanut butter. Watch the content.
Muesli, oats, all of those. Again, they're great. Just be wary.
Yeah. But I love the tip on veggies. When we were on the program, I think the last week, I had to do 250 grams of veg.
Yeah.
And I would eat it fast, also because of the blood sugar implications.
Yeah.
By the time you can't even finish the vegetables. So whatever else you had served, you wouldn't even eat. So you're basically just surviving on like mostly veg.
Yeah.
And it's actually a great hack, and it keeps you full for like a really long time. What is the most common excuse you hear?
Common excuse based on?
Like for weight loss, like the reason why people say, "Oh, I can't lose weight." What do you feel like are some common excuses?
Some common excuses, but I don't want to be insensitive.
Or maybe misconceptions. Maybe there are reasons that are rooted in misconceptions. Yeah.
I'd say a big one is ladies who come to me and say that it's my hormones. Now, for specific conditions, if it's like PCOS, endometriosis, if you're type 1, maybe type 2 diabetic, fine. It can slow down your progress. But for majority of the ladies I've worked with, especially ladies who are a bit older, because I've worked with ladies up to 71 years of age, a lot of the times it has nothing to do with your hormones. You're just not tracking your calories properly. Because whenever I ask them, the second question I ask them is, how many calories do you eat per day? None of them know. It's guesswork. So doing guesswork, trying to reach any goal in life, you'll probably not reach that goal. Or you'll reach it in the short term and then revert back to where you used to be.
Do you hear a lot of "I don't have time"?
I hear about I don't have time to exercise, which again I think boils down to that misconception where people think that I have to work out a lot to get to my goal.
Yeah.
But that's not true. The purpose of exercise should not be at it to lose weight. Yeah? It should be to build your muscle. More muscle equals a faster metabolism. A faster metabolism makes sure that once we get you to your weight goal, you'll stay there for good.
Yeah.
That's the purpose. Now, for most women, like ladies are working, you guys, some people have kids. 2 workouts per week, half an hour or less is more than enough.
Yeah.
So time is also, and also you make time for things that are important to you is the reality.
That's true. Okay, but I like that you're making it less, it doesn't require as much of you as people think, and definitely it's doable. So I have 3 segments left. One is a mini quick fire that's specifically for your industry, so you answer either or.
Dope.
Cardio or weights?
Weights.
Calorie counting, yes or no?
Yes.
Intermittent fasting, yes or no?
Oh, can I give a maybe? It has to be yes or no.
Okay, yeah, it could be a maybe.
Maybe.
We've actually not talked about intermittent fasting. Can we touch on that a little bit?
Sure.
What are your thoughts on it?
Intermittent fasting is a tool.
Yeah.
If you think about weight loss, it is a tool in your toolbox. There's many ways to lose weight. You can either do a crazy diet like keto. You can do something called flexible dieting, which allows you to eat whatever you want to lose weight, which is what I promote. Or you can fast. You can even combine things. So fasting is just a tool that allows people to better manage their calorie deficit. Because if you think about it, if you constrain your eating window to 6 to 8 hours, unless you're moving mad, there's only so much food you can eat within 6 to 8 hours. So it's a very easy way for most people to automatically get them to eat less, which means you're eating less calories, which means you're probably deficient, which again can make you lose weight.
Yeah.
But it's also, I think a lot of people think about it too rigidly, or like it's a perfect system. Again, it's very possible to fast and over-consume your calories,
Yes. Yeah.
which a lot of people don't realize. So again, the foundation is calorie deficit. Yeah? Fasting is just a tool. And again, you don't have to make it rigid. I know there's a lot of 16-8, like fast 16 hours, eat for 8. There's 18-6, fast for 18 hours, eat for 6. I prefer to just break all of that and just fast in a way that's comfortable for you. So for example, some ladies, when they eat in the morning, it makes them feel lethargic. Like they're not really able to focus at work. They start to feel sleepy. So fast. You don't have to eat breakfast. Chill until like brunch or lunch, and then have your lunch and dinner, maybe a snack. That's it. Other ladies find that if they eat dinner or too close to bed, it can mess up with their sleep cycles. Yeah? So for those people, just fast in the evening. So if you like a rigid routine, 'cause I know that works for some people, keep that. But if you don't, you don't have to think about like specific eating windows and fasting windows. Just fast in what is most comfortable for you. And more importantly, focus on the foundation, which is deficit fast. Fasting comes after.
Yeah. I think through my many bouts of trying to lose weight, which has been many years, it used to feel like, I feel like some people promote it as the only way kind of to lose weight, or like the best way to lose weight. So I remember some days like I'm genuinely starving, but I can't eat until 12. So it's like, okay, fine, it's like 12 o'clock. But I think also a danger that, or some people don't think about when they're on IF, because they assume because I'm on IF, it gives me grace to, I can eat a burger after, like, to break my fast. The implications on your blood sugar. So I have interact with people who've developed maybe like being pre-diabetic because of that, because your blood sugar is like flat for a really long time, and then you spike it up very quickly, and you do that over like the course of years. So I think if you are doing any kind of fasting, think about how you're breaking your fast, because that also has implications on that as well. So now we're moving into our technically segment, where I ask some questions to better understand how you practically run your business, even though it's a team of one. What's one thing you must do every day or weekly?
One thing I must do every day is text new leads from my ads.
Okay. Weekly?
One thing I must do weekly is check up on my clients.
Okay. What do you wish more people paid attention to? Maybe
in terms of?
Business-wise.
I'd say quality of the service or product. Because that's the crux of everything. I feel like everything else can be perfect, but if that is imperfect, not even imperfect, if you don't put in the time to make sure that it is excellent, then it can very quickly debilitate the entire business.
True. Do you do an end-month finance meeting, or like how often do you sit down with your numbers and check and see, okay, how are we doing here?
Yeah, so for me, I don't set my goals like normally. You know, the guys have like 5-year plans, 10-year plans. For me, 5 years, I have no idea where I'll be in 5 years. I focus on the goal ahead of me today. So I have like a financial goal, which I usually do by revenue per month.
Okay.
So when I hit that goal, I don't even give it a timeline. The goal is there. As long as I'm doing the correct things, eventually I'll get to the goal. Then I set another goal, so on and so forth. So some goals take a month, others take 2 months, others take a year. But as long as I put in the work, eventually the goal will be achieved. I don't really have money meetings or stuff like that, because for me it just really stresses me out. But at the end of the year, I look at what I've done.
Yeah.
So for example, this year or last year, December 2025, I compared it to the whole of the year before, 2024. Managed to double my revenue. So I know that I'm on the right track. So again, I focus on my actions today. As long as they're aligned with my goals, eventually I'll reach that goal, and I don't care about how long. I'll do it for as long as it takes to reach the goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What are some recent decisions you've made from looking at the numbers?
Good question. Recent decision I've made is I've structured my pricing a bit differently.
Okay.
So I now before I would ask for all the money upfront before we start coaching. That's why I'm not chasing clients to get money. But nowadays I've put a very simple payment plan into place. Again, the purpose with that is just to get those clients that would not have been able to pay upfront, but are still able to work with some sort of installment plan.
Yeah.
So that's a recent change I've made.
Okay. What impact has it had? Has it brought in more clients?
Yeah, I'd say so far so good. I'd say month 1 and month 2 this year compared to month 1 and month 2 last year, this has definitely been better for sure.
Okay.
But again, it's something that I'll need to extrapolate over the course of the year. I feel like 2 months is way too short.
Short.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Where do you invest your money as JP?
Firstly, I want to shout out my beautiful girlfriend, Wangoi Kariuki. She's the one who opened my mind to all these investments after working with Val as well, Val Njoroge. So I put, currently, majority of my cash is in an MMF, just because I need things to be liquid, as and when I need money injected into the business. I also have some money in some very random funds. There are these funds I saw that were high risk, high reward. I saw them last year. I have a pretty moderate to healthy appetite for risk. I'm like, why not? So it's some guys called Avocap, I think. Put some cash there. And then I have some money in Mansa as well. I tried to put some cash in Bitcoin. Lost all of it immediately.
What?
So I'm not putting even a shilling.
Yeah.
I tried to buy one of these shit coins, like these to fake meme coins. Because those are the coins where it's like gambling for sure. But if they skyrocket, you can make like 1,000% on your money invested. But it's a gamble because most of them don't do that.
They flop.
Put my cash, all of it went down the drain, deleted that application the next day. So those are my
You learned a
3
lesson.
avenues. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now, quick fire questions to wrap things up. You answer in a sentence or less. The last thing you did for fun.
The last thing I did for fun was Pilates.
Oh, for fun.
I've never done it before.
Of course, a fitness person would do fitness for fun. One thing you struggle with that you wish more people talked about.
One thing I struggle with. I'd say maybe is how to manage anxiety as a business owner. Now, I've never looked to see if anybody's doing content on that, but that's something, I guess, yeah, I will look for content on that.
Business is literally a gamble. Like, we go to sleep and we wake up and we hope that people come and buy our products and services. If you had the ability to make a universal law that everybody must follow, what would that be?
Damn. Eat veg with every meal.
I like that. Very JP coded. When is the last time you took a day off?
Last time I took a day off. I take days off on Sunday, I guess, sometimes, but it depends. It depends on whether I have calls booked for Sunday. So maybe, last Sunday I had some work. I don't know. But I don't think that's a bad thing. I feel like
Not necessarily.
when you're burnt out, or at least for me, when I'm burnt out, I'll take it. I reset. Might not be the healthiest thing, but I'll reset and then I'll come back to.
Yeah.
But if I feel like I have that zeal to keep going, I'll push it until the wheels fall off. Then get some new wheels.
Okay. Last one. A question you'd like the next guest to answer.
Ooh, does that mean somebody has a question for me?
Yes.
Fantastic. Damn. Can I know who the next guest will be?
No.
Yeah. I'll ask you, based on anxiety, how do you deal with anxiety as a business owner?
What makes you laugh?
What makes me laugh? Stand-up comedy, I guess. Like Kevin Hart's previous stand-up was awesome.
Good.
All right.
Yeah.
Please tell people how they can find you, how they can sign up for your program if they're curious or interested. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can find me on my Instagram at Japes Fitness, JAPESFITNESS, or my website at www.jpnyiha.com. It has everything I do, it has my packages, but if you want to book a call to find out more, just scroll to the bottom of the website, you'll see a button, click the button, book a call, and I'll be glad to take you through what I do, and we see if we'll be a good fit for one another.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
I hope this has been insightful for you, especially if you're trying to lose some weight, because I think it's really tied to our confidence, like how we look and feel, and that inevitably flows into everything that we do. I will catch you on the next one, and please make sure that you subscribe. We really, really, really appreciate it.